So many times. I'll give you the example of Aurora, Colorado.
It's actually Colorado, but that's not what we're fact-checking. When Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons testified in front of Congress Thursday, he made this claim about the February 2025 ICE operation in Aurora.
We were going to serve a criminal warrant on an apartment complex of known TDA gang members that was full. We tried to work with the state and local government. They made notifications that the operations were ongoing. So when tactical teams arrived, protesters were already there, and the apartment complex was empty.
ICE social media accounts amplified Lyons' comments to Congress. Here is the post that ended with, "Local law enforcement made a public notification of our presence, a decision that could have cost American lives." After we reached out to ICE asking questions about the claim in this post and Lyons' testimony, the social posts were deleted. This morning, we asked ICE and the Department of Homeland Security why they deleted them and which law enforcement they believe leaked the operation. This evening, we still do not have an answer. When we reached out to the city of Aurora about the claim, we got a statement saying the city, including the Aurora Police Department, was not and has not been involved in the development and activation of any federal immigration enforcement plans in Aurora. Perhaps the reason why the Aurora apartment complex, where members of Tren de Aragua were known to live, was empty? On January 24, 2025, the city of Aurora posted a court-ordered emergency closure of the apartments, letting residents know they needed to be out by February 18th. ICE showed up February 5th. The only evidence we can find that could have tipped off that ICE was coming did not come from local law enforcement. It came from the U.S. government 1 week before the operation in the Denver metro area.
U.S. Northcom says as of yesterday, ICE will be able to stage and process people here at Buckley Space Force Base. They say this is at the request of the Department of Homeland Security.
U.S. Northcom in Colorado Springs confirmed on January 28th that Buckley Space Force Base was being set up to house detainees. Today, U.S. Northcom could not comment when we asked if the military could have cost American lives, using the language from the now deleted ICE social post. Buckley Space Force Base referred us to ICE. So what happens if someone makes a false or inaccurate claim to Congress? Could be considered perjury. We asked ICE if Lyons planned to try to amend his testimony in some way. Again, got no answer. A congressional staffer with knowledge of how this works told me you can make a faithful attempt to correct the record, and that would usually not be considered perjury, but the ultimate decision is up to the attorneys that represent the majority. So in this case, Kyle, the Republican Party attorneys.
As for the bigger idea of whether people knew the deportation raids were coming to Aurora, I recall a guy that I saw on television in October of the year before who said that the mass deportations were going to start in Aurora.
Yeah, I think the person you're talking about was then candidate Donald Trump.